Today we will be responding to a book titled People vs. Muhammad. Now, there was an interview conducted of an Arab guy who claimed to have been converted after reading this book. I'll show you his interview.
هو مش عارف ان هيروح لربنا، مش هيلاقي محمد بديع جنبه ولا خيرت الشاطر، هيتدفن في متر في متر. نجيب له ايه اكتر من 33 مليون في الشارع.
Now, firstly, whenever we speak about truth or fact, we should deal with it rationally instead of emotional rhetoric and exaggerations.
ما بيشوفوش امي، مش عارفين اللي حصل في البلد بسببهم.
Now, in all of his interview, there was a lot of anger, a lot of hatred, and also a lot of claims. But the main problem is that he didn't back any of his claims with evidence. I mean, he said that we have been lied to for 1400 years, but he didn't tell any reasons.
اللي حصل في البلد بسببهم. قعدوا يتكلموا عن مؤامرات، بيكلمني عن ايرادات في الخارج والداخل. هو اللي بعت لي بريز وبعت لاوباما ويحتمي بيه امريكان.
I think my little advice to this Arab guy would be that whenever we're calling anybody a psychopath, it's better not to act like one.
صاروا عليه راب، هو عاوز يقتتل صباحا. كل دم حرام، كل دم في عصر الحسن حرام. وصاحبنا محمد مرسي عيطت وما عجبتني.
Now, at first, I thought that this person really meant what he was saying. He said that after reading the book, all of his perspective suddenly changed about Islam. But when I came across another interview, I saw another person using the exact same phrases. Have a listen.
إلى أوروبا ويدعي أنه يحمل إلى شيء العرب، إلى أوروبا أو إلى
حضارة،
ويسميها حضارة.
Now, after this, I am a little skeptic of whether this interview is actually the true depiction of him. It seems that it's all just an act. The truth of the matter is that this person would have been a non-Muslim before reading this book. But they set it up like this and created all this story about how he got converted and all of a sudden woke up after reading this book. The reason is because it makes for great advertisement of the book.
عليه انه هو يدعو الانتخابات. هذا الرجل انتهى وجماعته انتهت.
انا خايفه عليه.
ومصر مقبره الارهاب والتطرف انتهت خلاص. اكذوبه الاخوان
عشان انت عندك القلب يا ايهاب.
ما شفناش واحد منهم من قاداتهم
اهدى انت عندك القلب.
يطلع هو
اهدى، هتموت كده
هيبقى في مواجهه مين؟
ما يستاهلش والله.
So finally, he actually quoted one reference, one reason for his claim. He quoted Quran chapter 18 verse 86 and implied that Quran said that the sun sets in a muddy pool. So to this we can finally respond rationally. Now there is a very simple and short response to this. Many times we use language in a diverse way, especially in prose writing or poetry. Now, when Quran says that sun sets in a pool, it's simply drawing the picture of when we observe a sun setting over a large lake or a sea at sunset. I don't know why these people always have to take the most literal meaning of the verses. And Prophet, peace be upon him, in another hadith explained in detail about this issue.
اهدى. انا خايفه عليك والله.
وقفوا على الدستور وحرسوا.
اهدى بس، اهدى.
يوم ما عمل ايه على الدستوري؟ حرام 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 حرام.
طب خلاص ممكن تهدى عشان خاطري 5 دقايق صمت.
اهدى بس،
اهدى.
اهدى بس.
اصل انا خايفه عليك، مش مستاهله
اهدى يا
الحكايه.
صاحبي، حاجة ما يستاهلش،
مش
ما
مستاهله،
يستاهلش
مش
إنك تروح
مستاهله.
فيه.
اهدى. طب
ما
خلاص.
يستاهلش إنك
طب
تروح
خلاص.
فيه. والله ما يستاهل.
فين العقل وفين
والله
الدين؟
مرسي ما يستاهل انك تروح فيه.
طيب نطلع
ايه اللي
لفاصل.
حصل في مصر؟
نطلع لفاصل.
ايه اللي حصل في مصر ده؟
نطلع
ما
بجوري
يستاهلش
اطلع
تطلع
لفاصل. اطلع
ما
لفاصل.
يستاهلش تطلع في.
And here ends the emotional banter of a completely crazy person. And the moderator quite rightly said that if this is how you will react to this book, it's better not to allow it. So, in all of his ludicrous rant, there was no logical reasoning involved. Now, finally, I would also like to mention that whenever we see Muslims converting to non-Muslims, they become less moral, less rational, and a lot more angry and hateful towards Islam. On the contrary, when we see non-Muslims reverting to Islam, they seem a lot more happier, more kind, generous, and also a lot more rational.